You have felt it all your life. The subtle shift in a room before a single word is spoken. The inexplicable heaviness in certain places, as if the air itself is denser. The instant connection or repulsion you feel toward some people, even when you've just met them. We've been conditioned to dismiss these experiences as mere intuition, coincidence, or tricks of the mind. But what if they are something far more profound? What if they are glimpses into an unseen world? A force that has shaped every moment of your existence yet has remained largely unnoticed? Energy is not just the fuel of life, it is the very fabric of existence. From the subatomic particles dancing in an endless symphony to the electromagnetic fields pulsating from every living organism. Everything is energy in motion. And yet, in the modern world, we have become blind to this fundamental truth. Science, philosophy, and ancient traditions all point toward the same reality. We are not isolated beings of flesh and bone, but interconnected fields of energy constantly exchanging vibrations with the world around us. To understand this force, let us begin with what modern science has uncovered. Your heart, right now as you read this, is emitting an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body. Research from the Harmath Institute has shown that this field is not just a byproduct of biological function, it interacts with the fields of others, influencing emotions, mental states, and even physical well-being. Have you ever noticed how being around certain people lifts your spirits, while others leave you feeling drained? This is not metaphorical, it is measurable. Studies using magnetometers can detect the heart's electromagnetic signature and have demonstrated that when two people engage in deep conversation, their heart rhythms synchronize, as if tuning to the same energetic frequency. And it's not just the heart. Your brain, too, is an electrical powerhouse, generating signals that shape your perception of reality. The work of neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza has explored how thought patterns can physically alter neural pathways, proving that our conscious focus can rewire the brain's energy flow, even at the quantum level. Experiments such as the famous double-slit experiment have demonstrated that the mere act of observation alters the behavior of particles. This suggests something revolutionary, that consciousness itself plays an active role in shaping the world we experience. But long before the advent of modern instruments, ancient wisdom traditions understood this principle intuitively. The yogis of India mapped out the body's energy channels, known as nadis. Thousands of years ago, traditional Chinese medicine developed acupuncture based on meridians, pathways through which life force energy qi flows. Shamans in indigenous cultures spoke of energy fields that could be sensed, manipulated, and harmonized for healing. They were not dealing with vague mysticism but with a deep, empirical understanding of human physiology and consciousness. Today, Western medicine is only beginning to catch up. Studies on acupuncture have confirmed that stimulating specific points on the body influences electrical conductivity in nerves, reinforcing the idea that energy flows through us in structured pathways. Yet, despite this growing body of evidence, mainstream society remains largely disconnected from this reality. Why? Because acknowledging the power of energy means acknowledging that we are not passive beings merely reacting to life, but active participants capable of shaping it. And that realization changes everything. It means that our health, our emotional well-being, even our ability to thrive in the later stages of life, are not predetermined by genetics or circumstance alone, but by the way we cultivate and direct our own energy. Consider, for a moment, your own experiences. Have you ever walked into a space, perhaps a church, a hospital, or even an old home, and felt an undeniable presence, even when no one was there? Have you noticed how music, prayer, or even a simple deep breath can shift your entire mood? These are not random occurrences. They are energetic interactions, and the more you pay attention, the more you will realize that energy is constantly speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? This is not an abstract concept, it is a practical truth with immediate applications. If your energy field is shaped by your thoughts, emotions, and physical state, then what you do daily matters. The way you breathe, the food you eat, the people you surround yourself with, each of these elements influences your energy flow. The Harvard Medical School has published extensive research on how mindfulness and meditation, simple practices of directing attention, physically alter brain structure and improve overall well-being. If something as simple as focused breathing can regulate stress hormones and enhance brain function, Imagine what becoming fully aware of your energy could do. This is where action begins. From today forward, become a student of your own energy. Start by noticing how different environments affect you. Pay attention to your body's signals: tight shoulders around certain people, a feeling of lightness after spending time in nature. Experiment with small shifts. Breathe deeply for 5 minutes upon waking. Avoid media that floods your mind with negativity. Spend time in spaces that uplift you. These are not trivial actions, they are the first steps in reclaiming the power that has always been yours. Energy is not an abstract theory. It is the force that animates you, connects you, and gives you the ability to shape your experience of life. The more you understand it, the more you can harness it, not just to feel better, but to live fully, deeply, and with a sense of purpose that transcends age or circumstance. This is not about belief. It is about experience. And once you begin to feel it for yourself, there is no turning back. Energy is not something distant or abstract. It is not reserved for mystics or hidden in sacred texts. It is within you, woven into every breath you take, every thought you think, every emotion that rises and falls through your body. It is the pulse beneath your skin, the quiet force that animates you. And yet, for most of life, it remains unrecognized, uncontrolled, and unrefined. The truth is, most people do not lack energy, they lack the ability to manage it. They are not exhausted from doing too much, but from living disconnected from their own power. And when you do not direct your energy with intention, it is directed for you by stress, by fear, by the chaotic forces of the world that pull you in 1,000 directions without your consent. But what if you could take back control? What if, instead of being carried by the currents of life, you could become the one who directs the flow? This begins with the breath. It is the single most powerful, yet most overlooked, tool for energy mastery. Right now, without thinking, you are breathing, but are you breathing in a way that fuels or depletes you? Studies from Stanford University show that shallow, rapid breathing triggers the brain's stress response, flooding the body with cortisol, tightening muscles, and draining energy reserves. This is the default state for most people, locked in a cycle of unconscious, high-tension breathing that keeps the nervous system in perpetual alert. But when you breathe deeply, consciously, everything shifts. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have demonstrated that slow, diaphragmatic breathing reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, and even activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and restore mode. This is not just relaxation. It is energy optimization. It is the difference between running a machine at full power or barely keeping the engine on. If you have ever watched a baby sleep, you have seen the perfect breath in action: deep, full, effortless, the belly rising and falling in smooth waves. But as we grow, tension creeps in, we hold our stomachs in, we breathe from the chest, shallow and strained. This is not just a bad habit, it is an energetic blockage. The ancient yogis called it prana. The Chinese called it qi. Modern science calls it oxygen saturation and nervous system regulation, but the principle remains the same. Breath is the bridge between mind and energy. It is why elite athletes, opera singers, and martial artists train their breath religiously. It is why the Navy SEALs use controlled breathing techniques like box breathing to maintain focus under extreme stress. And it is why, if you want to harness your own power, you must first learn to breathe with intention. Try this now. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 4 counts. Do it again, slower. Feel the shift. This is energy in motion. But breath is only the beginning. Energy moves through the body in structured pathways, just like water flows through a river. If the river is clear, the current is strong. If debris clogs the path, stagnation occurs. Your energy system works the same way. Ancient traditions mapped this out thousands of years ago: the yogic nadis, the Chinese meridians, the Western concept of bioelectric circuits all describe a network of channels carrying energy through you. And when these pathways are blocked, you feel it. Fatigue that lingers no matter how much you rest. Emotions that seem stuck. A mind clouded by fog instead of clarity. Science is now confirming what these traditions have long understood. Studies using functional MRI scans show that acupuncture based on the meridian system activates distinct regions of the brain and promotes systemic healing. Research from the National Institutes of Health has demonstrated that electrical stimulation along specific energy pathways enhances cellular repair and immune function. In other words, the body's energy is not an abstract concept, it is a measurable, malleable force that can be optimized. So how do you clear the blockages? Movement. Stagnant energy leads to stagnation in life. The simplest way to keep energy flowing is to move your body with purpose. This is why stretching in the morning feels so good. It is not just physical. It is energetic. It is why yoga, tai chi, and qigong have been practiced for centuries not as exercise, but as tools to refine the body's energy system. Even something as simple as shaking out your limbs, rolling your shoulders, or standing tall and expanding your chest can shift the way energy flows through you. If you have ever felt instantly lighter after taking a deep breath and stretching your arms to the sky, you have already experienced this. Now imagine cultivating that feeling intentionally, every day. But the true key to mastering energy is learning not just to move it, but to direct it. Most people let their energy scatter. They wake up and immediately check their phones, flooding their minds with external noise before their own thoughts have even settled. They jump from task to task, constantly reacting, never pausing to center themselves. And at the end of the day, they wonder why they feel drained, unfocused, restless. But what if, instead, you started your day by aligning your energy first? What if you took 2 minutes before getting out of bed to simply breathe deeply, set an intention, and bring awareness to your body? This small shift changes everything. Research in positive psychology has shown that beginning the day with even a brief moment of mindfulness increases focus, productivity, and emotional resilience. The ancient Stoics practiced morning contemplation, setting their energy before engaging with the world. This is not a new idea, it is a forgotten practice, one that has been buried beneath the distractions of modern life. Right now, as you read this, consider your own energy. Are you holding tension? Are you breathing fully? Are your thoughts aligned with where you want your energy to go? Take a moment, adjust. This is how mastery begins, not with grand gestures, but with awareness, with small intentional actions repeated until they become your natural state. The more you refine your energy, the more you will notice the difference. You will walk into a room, and instead of being influenced by the energy there, you will set the tone. Instead of feeling drained by interactions, you will leave others feeling uplifted. Instead of reacting to life, you will start shaping it. And this is where real power lies. Not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. Not in waiting for energy to come to you, but in cultivating it from within. If you want to feel vibrant, energized, fully alive, then start now. Breathe deeply, move with purpose, direct your energy with intention. Because the moment you do, the moment you take responsibility for the way your energy flows, you will no longer just exist, you will truly live. Most people live at the mercy of energy they do not understand. They absorb the stress of the world, carry emotional burdens that are not theirs, and let their environment dictate how they feel. They wake up tired, move through the day in a fog, and wonder why life seems to drain them rather than uplift them. But what if this was not an inevitable part of aging? What if your energy, your vitality, your very state of being, were not determined by time, but by how you manage and direct the energy flowing through you? Because here is the truth. Energy does not simply exist, it moves. It transforms. And most importantly, it responds to intention. And the moment you learn how to transmute energy to take in the chaotic, the heavy, the negative, and turn it into strength, clarity, and power, you become untouchable. Not in the sense that life ceases to challenge you, but in the sense that nothing outside of you has the power to disrupt your inner state. Transmutation is an ancient concept, often misunderstood. Alchemists once spoke of turning lead into gold. But the deeper truth was never about metal, it was about the self. The real transformation was always internal. The process of refining one's own energy, of taking what is dense and turning it into something higher. And today, modern science is proving what these traditions have known for centuries. Studies from the field of neuroplasticity show that the brain is not a fixed organ but a constantly evolving structure. Thoughts, emotions, and repeated experiences physically rewire the brain's pathways. When exposed to chronic stress or negativity, the brain's neural networks adjust to expect and amplify these states. But when met with conscious redirection through meditation, breathwork, or focused intention. These same pathways can be restructured to create states of calm, clarity, and even increased resilience to stress. This means that energy transmutation is not just a concept, it is a trainable skill. One that you can cultivate every single day. Think of a time when someone's words affected you deeply, perhaps an insult that lingered for years, shaping how you saw yourself. Now think of a time when a simple compliment or act of kindness uplifted you instantly. These moments are not just psychological, they are energetic. Words, emotions, and thoughts carry energy, and you have been absorbing them your entire life. The problem is, most people never learn to filter or redirect them. They take in negativity without transmuting it, allowing it to settle in their bodies as tension, illness, or fatigue. They hold on to old wounds, unaware that the energy of those moments is still shaping their present reality. But what if you could release it? What if, instead of being a passive receiver of energy, you became an active transformer of it? This begins with awareness. Every day, you are surrounded by energy, some of it uplifting, some of it dense and heavy. Instead of automatically absorbing it, start noticing how different situations affect you. Do certain conversations leave you drained? Do specific places make you feel unsettled? These are not random occurrences, they are energetic exchanges. Science has shown that the electromagnetic fields of human hearts synchronize when people engage in conversation, meaning your energy is constantly interacting with others, even when you are unaware of it. If you do not take charge of this process, your state of being will be dictated by the strongest energy around you. But once you recognize it, you can shift it. Instead of absorbing stress, you can learn to neutralize it. Instead of carrying emotions that do not belong to you, you can send them back. Instead of being affected by every chaotic force around you, you can hold your own space. One of the simplest but most effective tools for energy transmutation is breath combined with visualization. The next time you feel tension, whether from an argument, bad news, or an overwhelming environment, pause. Close your eyes and take a deep, controlled breath in. As you inhale, visualize yourself drawing in light, clarity, strength. As you exhale, imagine releasing the weight, the noise, the unnecessary burdens. Do this for a minute, and you will feel a shift. This is not just imagination, it is a biological and energetic reset. Studies from Harvard have shown that controlled breathing alters brainwave activity, shifting the nervous system out of a reactive state and into a regenerative one. Visualization, when practiced regularly, has been shown to create measurable physiological changes, even improving immune function and recovery rates. This means that with something as simple as breath and focus, you can transmute stress into calm, fear into confidence, exhaustion into renewal. But transmutation does not stop at the personal level. Once you learn to manage your own energy, you begin to influence the world around you. Have you ever noticed that certain people radiate something powerful and unshakable presence that draws others in? It is not luck, nor is it charisma in the traditional sense. It is the result of energy mastery. These individuals have refined their internal state to such a degree that their energy field projects strength, stability, and certainty. And the most incredible part? You can cultivate this too. The more you clear and direct your energy, the more others will feel it. You will notice that people respond to you differently, not because you have changed what you say or do, but because you have changed the energy you carry. And here lies the most important truth of all. Energy shapes reality. Modern physics has already confirmed that observation alters the behavior of particles, meaning consciousness itself plays a role in how reality unfolds. If your thoughts, your emotions, and your energetic state are constantly creating ripples in the world around you, then mastering them is not just about personal well-being, it is about consciously shaping your experience of life. The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But we can take this further. You have power over your energy, and through it, power over your life. So what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue to let the world dictate your energy, absorbing stress, negativity, and fear? Or will you take responsibility for it, learning to shift, refine, and direct it? Will you let aging be defined by decline? Or will you choose to see it as an opportunity to master the flow of your own vitality? The choice is yours, but the truth is undeniable. You are not just a passive receiver of energy, you are a transformer of it. And once you step into that awareness, You will never see life the same way again. Start now. The next time you feel overwhelmed, do not react, transmute. The next time you sense heaviness in a space, do not absorb it, clear it. The next time you feel stuck in old emotions, do not relive them, release them. And as you do, watch as your reality begins to shift. Because the moment you learn to shape your own energy, you begin to shape everything around you.